Whoever does not miss the Soviet Union has no heart. Whoever wants it back has no brain. Sometimes it is necessary to be lonely in order to prove that you are right. Those who fight corruption should be clean themselves. I have a private life in which I do not permit interference. It must be respected. Terrorism has no nationality or religion. We shall fight against them, throw them in prisons, and destroy them. My personal position is that society must keep children safe. Everything will probably never be okay, but we have to try for it. I think the international community should unite to fight such inhuman phenomena as terror attacks and the murder of totally innocent people. I was brought up in a very ordinary family, in fact, a worker's family. Both my father and mother were ordinary citizens. I don't read books by people who have betrayed the motherland. If you aspire to be a leader of your own country, you must speak your own language for God's sake. He who does not regret the breakup of the Soviet Union has no heart. He who wants to revive it in its previous form has no head. Iraq is a small but very proud nation. I think the American people should express their preferences, and we'll accept their choice. Russia and China are very natural partners. We are neighbors with an immense common border. The more intermediaries there are, the more problems there are. Political activities in Russia should be as transparent as possible. Financing political activities from abroad is something the state should keep an eye on. Politics should not interfere with sports, and sports should impact politics. We're no longer in the Cold War. Eavesdropping on friends is unacceptable. I think every person should have some faith inside him, in his heart. What matters is not an eternal display of this faith, but the inner state of the soul. At last, Russia has returned to the world arena as a strong state, a country that others heed and that can stand up for itself. I think happiness is love. I go to the gym, I swim daily, and from time to time I meet with friends and do extracurricular stuff. You must obey the law always, not only when they grab you by your special place. No one should be allowed to violently trample on the law. In the modern world, those who are weak will get unambiguous advice from foreign visitors which way to go and what policy course to pursue. A considerable share of the world's population still cannot afford comfortable housing, education, and quality health care. In accordance with the Constitution of the Russian Federation, the issues of foreign policy and defense are fully in the hands of the President. It is necessary to suppress any extremist actions on all sides, regardless of their origin. Our military might is the guarantor of Russia's security and independence. If you want my personal attitude, I would tell you that I don't care about a person's sexual orientation. We are all different, but when we ask for the Lord's blessings, we must not forget that God created us equal. Protest actions and propaganda are two slightly different things. Radicals can be found in any environment. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that in Russia, unlike in 1/3 of the world's countries, being gay is not a crime. I believe that the presidential term should be limited. China is a great country with a great culture, populated by fascinating, industrious, and talented people. Terrorists are always a threat to someone. If we'll be scared of them, it means they have won. I swim almost every day, 1,000 meters. You can swim any way you like in the Dead Sea, actually. I think we should not control the internet. I spend a little time every day to play sports. U.S. society doesn't want to play the role of international policeman. Between major countries, there certainly always are some common ground and points of tension. One can truly enjoy his or her life only while experiencing it, and it is inevitably related to a certain level of risk. President Obama hasn't been elected by the American people in order to be pleasant to Russia. There are both things in international law: the principle of territorial integrity and right to self-determination. Nobody and nothing will stop Russia on the road to strengthening democracy and ensuring human rights and freedoms. The Russian people have their own cultural code, their own tradition. The democratic choice Russian people made in the early 90s is final. We must stop using the language of force and return to the path of civilized diplomatic and political settlement. Our aims are absolutely clear. They are a high living standard in the country and a secure, free, and comfortable life. It is extremely dangerous to encourage people to see themselves as exceptional, whatever the motivation. Transfer of power is always a test of the constitutional system, a test of its strength. The strengthening of our statehood is, at times, deliberately interpreted as authoritarianism. I think it's fine when the mayor of the biggest city in Russia consults the president. Spying has always gone on since ancient times. The task of the government is not only to pour honey into a cup, but sometimes to give bitter medicine. Nobody should have any illusion about the possibility of gaining military superiority over Russia. We will never allow this to happen. We should not just consume hydrocarbon fuel, but use it to develop nuclear energy, hydropower, and renewable energy sources. Yes, life in Chechnya so far looks more like a life after a natural disaster. Chechnya is part and parcel of the Russian Federation. Any people has a right to self-determination, and now in Europe, the process of diluting national sovereignty in the framework of a united Europe is more accepted. The unjustified swelling of the budgetary deficit and the accumulation of public debts are just as destructive as adventurous stock jobbing. To pay more is the easy way. In fact, the solution possibilities to the problem are many. If one looks at the map of the world, it's difficult to find Iraq, and one would think it rather easy to subdue such a small country. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.